how to land your first $50,000 client. I'm basing this off of how I did it. So I have a background as a writer, and whatever skill you have, whatever you do, just use it, adapt this information to your situation, because I think it can apply, especially if you're a service provider and if you have a skill of some sort. So the way that I landed my very first $50,000 a year client, this is back in 2007. So there's a few things here. So I'm going to touch on a few things that worked for me, and maybe they can work for you, because I know a lot of people are quitting their jobs or getting fired, or they just want to start a business. They have families to support. So whatever your situation is, if you have a skill, that's a great start, and you can build a client base and you can work with the high level clients. So this is how I did it. First thing, like the very first thing I did back in 2006, 2007 is I went on Craigslist under the writing and editing section. There's under like the jobs and the gigs. And I searched for jobs and gigs in writing and editing. And this worked. I found projects. I remember finding like $2,000 projects and getting hired for it. And I thought that was so much money at the time. So I literally went and looked for the places where they were requesting writing and editing. So this is like looking for signs of people that need help in your area. So you're going to have to start like put on your spidey senses and start looking for signs that people actually need help in the skill set. If you overhear somebody saying something that they're like, oh man, I need help with this, or you go on, I don't know if Craigslist is, you can start there, Craigslist, if you're brand new, or you go on Upwork, or you go on Fiverr, or any of these job sites where they're posting jobs where there's millions of people that need help with millions of different things. Like you're looking for signs of somebody needing help. That's number one. You're training yourself to see somebody is actually requesting help. They've posted something. Okay, here's my in. Okay. And number two is be client-centric. You have to obsess about the client. So when you're talking to someone and you're feeling them out and you're listening to what they need or what they're requesting help with, you have to be obsessed about that client and their success. And I don't mean this in a creepy way or a weird way. I literally mean when you're having that conversation with somebody, or you're emailing someone or DMing someone, whatever it is, you have to be so intrigued by this person and curious about what they need and curious about their business, and you have to obsess about it. So when you're starting out, you can't be thinking about your bills, your monetary needs, your financial situation. Like, set that aside, because if any of that comes into the conversation, you are going to give off the vibe of being desperate for money, and the person is not going to like that energetically. They're going to be like, I don't want to hire you. So don't do that. You have to completely take your need for money out of the equation. I can't read my own handwriting. I'm looking at my notes. So take your need for money out of the equation. I'm going to call that number 3 in this list. Number 2 was be client-centric. So take out your need for money out of the equation. So forget about your bills that are due. Forget about all of it. Just focus completely on this person. What are they telling you they need help with? What are they asking you for? What are they saying? Listen really closely to that. Listen between the lines. Get really good at listening. That will get you hired. Number 4 is, once you actually do get hired, your first client, your second client, your third client, whatever it is, repeat client, learn from every single project that you do. Like, take it like so seriously. Whatever the project is The client is paying you to do something, paying for an outcome, paying for a result, a skill, a deliverable, whatever it is. Study that whole project and just extract. Once it's done, figure out, did this work? Was this a good experience? Are they ordering more from me? Are they signing up for more? Do they want to hire me again? Like, pay attention to the feedback, pay attention to the signs. They're pretty obvious if you actually listen, and just learn from every single project that you do. So if the client sends you feedback, which they should be doing that, pay attention to that. What's the feedback? Did they have any complaints about it? Did they have any suggestions? Did they say, hey, Michelle, I always want to use this word. I never want to use this word. Copy and paste that into your document on the client. Going back to obsessing about the client, you should have a document for the client, and you should be just taking copious notes about what they're requesting. You never want to make them repeat themselves. They're busy. They don't want to do that. And you want to take it seriously. Like, you want to show that you're invested in them and their success. This will also convey the sense that you have a good attitude, that you want to improve, that you want to serve them, you want to help them, you want to get better. And they'll just be really drawn to that. They'll really appreciate that, because a lot of people don't do that. And if you're doing that, it's just going to make such a huge impression on them. Even if you mess up the project and you don't even do it correctly, like, they're going to feel that vibe from you that you want to improve and you want to work and you want to get better. So, I mean, can't lose. And you're going to be learning so much in the process. I remember, like, each client that I found, whether it was through Craigslist, or I think I found one through either Yahoo Jobs or Monster Jobs. I don't know if those still exist, but I did find a $50,000 one through one of those. And I found clients through programs that I joined that looked really intriguing to me. So I would join a program, like a health program, and I would meet people there, or I would join like a business mastermind or coaching thing. And I met people through there, and I got referrals through there. And that's how you start. That's how you build. And if I could go back in time, I had some work ethic, but I didn't have the kind of work ethic that I think I needed. So I would go back in time and I would just be like, dude, just love the work, learn to love the work, convey this attitude of, I want to help, I want to get better, I want to learn and grow from every single project. So I would say I started doing that a little bit in 2011. So after I had lost my apartment of 6 years, and I could no longer afford my rent, I moved back in with my parents' house, and that was like the lowest of the low, the bottom of the bottom. And I was like, I can't go any much lower than this. This is my nightmare. This is my worst nightmare. So all I can go from here is up. So I started taking any client that hired me very seriously, and I got better and better and better with each one. So as you work with more clients, you'll get better at your craft. You'll be able to charge more. You'll be able to just attract better clients to you, more clients to you. And the business model I had was freelance. So, I was basically working with one-on-one clients. And there's a way to do that where you can make good money and you don't have to charge hourly. You can charge what's called a service package. So you just bundle your services together in a package and sell it for, $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is, whatever you want to bundle together. But it's probably for another video. So those are the ways that I found my first $50,000 client and $70,000 clients. It's all the same. Just insert your own numbers, insert your own skill, whatever you're doing. Look for signs of people needing help in your area of expertise. Be client-centric, obsess about the client. Take your money and your financial need out of the equation. Focus on them, listen learn from every single project you do, and you will get hired and rehired guaranteed.